Planning a trip to Cairo? I've got you covered with 3 must-see spots you can hit in just half a day. And I'm also dropping a few pro tips that we wish someone told us before we landed in Egypt. So let's dive in, shall we? Tip number 1. Stay near the museum. Book your accommodation near the Egyptian Museum. We like the Talab Harb Square area. The neighborhood is somewhat clean and feels safe even late at night. Now, let's jump into place number 1, the Museum of Egyptian Antiquities. Just to get into the museum, you will go through 3 metal detectors, talk about heavy security, and another 1 or 2 on the way out. This museum is like an ultimate treasure chest. Over 120,000 ancient artifacts packed into one building. It's home to pharaoh statues, royal mummies, and yes, even the iconic gold mask of King Tut, which, by the way, cameras aren't allowed to shoot the mask. The museum spans prehistoric times to the Greek-Roman period, offering a comprehensive view of Egypt's rich history and culture through its well-preserved relics, papyrus texts, and stone carvings. I get a feeling these mummies don't like to take vacations because they're afraid to unwind. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians also mummified animals? There's even an area of mummified cats, dogs, goats, monkeys, a huge alligator, and many more animals. And of course, you exit through the gift shop, and it's going to be a bit overpriced here. Tip number 2, skip the museum gift shop. Instead, head to a local shop where prices are way more reasonable. And if you're like me, you'll probably bargain your way to a deal and feel like a total legend, until you realize you saved only 50 cents. But hey, a win's a win. Tip number 3, getting around Cairo? Use Uber or InDriver instead. It's affordable and your driver will know exactly where to go, even if your Arabic is limited to Salam and Shukran. Next up, place number 2, Al-Muizz Street, which is one of Cairo's oldest neighborhoods. This is where things get real ancient. We're talking over 1,000 years of history, with narrow streets, stone facades, and little shops that make you feel like you've traveled back into time, until somebody pulls out their iPhone. It's also where you'll find traditional coffee houses. And trust me, Egyptian coffee is not just your average Starbucks. It's strong, usually instant coffee, and it will probably make you question your life choices after 3 sips. And finally, place number 3, the legendary el-Khalili Bazaar. Think narrow alleys, vibrant stalls, and every souvenir you can possibly want. Spices, jewelry, textiles, and even those authentic pyramid keychains made in China. Now, bargaining is a must here, but here's the secret. Tip number 4, shop where it's chill. The best prices? We found them at the quiet shops, where the owner just lets you browse without jumping out like, my friend, special price for you. And if there are multiple salespeople hovering around, you're probably paying their commission, so keep that in mind. And hey, if someone gets too pushy, just hit them with a polite la shukran, which means no thank you, and move on. And that's it for today. 3 spots in Cairo that you can knock out in half a day, plus some pro tips to make your trip smoother. If you made it this far in the video, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and honestly, we both know you've done more ridiculous things for free. Until next time, stay curious, my friends.